Well, the message today is just simply explaining this song. We are one heart and one mind, and there could not have been a more perfect song, as you will discover. If you're here today, whether you're here for the 100th time or the first time in a metaphysical church, I want you to know that you are here by divine appointment. If you are here, then I believe that this truth is your truth. I believe that you're hearing a truth that's buried deep within you that will today be ignited. I believe that when you were a soul observing the planet Earth, that you made the choice to come into birth right here, right now, because you knew that you had a quality to enable the healing of this planet. Actually, all healing that we do is only for ourselves. But if you could heal yourselves and know the truth about yourself, and every light bearer, every truth seeker could do that throughout the planet, imagine how powerful that would be. I believe that your soul's plan, as well as my own, was to become a light to your world and to participate in saving of the planet. Now, this is really big stuff, way bigger than you could even imagine or any thought that you've ever entertained. I recently read an article by Lee Carroll, who's an esoteric writer, a channeler, and in it he said that our destiny on the earth is to become a lighthouse. So if you just get that image in your mind of being a lighthouse to your world, because that's really all you're responsible for, is to have dominion over your own space. In Matthew 5:14 through 16, Jesus tells us, "You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Nor do the people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all the house. In the same way, you let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven." J.D. Messenger, in his book 11 Days in May, tells us that we are a soul captured in this body, but we came from the world of light. Now, light is a unit of energy. It's a photon. It's just energy, and that's where we came from this energetic world. So what does it mean when you say you become a light to the world? What does that exactly mean? You know that darkness cannot extinguish light, but light can illuminate the darkness. So when we went through the meditation and Glenn encouraged us to be the light, really through the process of meditation, we can amp up our light. It's just simply envisioning ourselves as a light bulb, just like a three-way light bulb, click, click, click. We can consciously manifest that light. Remember the light bulbs when they first came out and they were this clear glass, and in it had a filament? Well, that's what we are. We are this translucent, energetic being, and that filament is the God stuff within us. And we can turn it on or turn it off. We can obscure it. So we breathe in from this. This is what singers does. Melinda can tell you this, that when you're breathing deeply and stimulating that energy, a lot of singers don't even know they're doing this, but they amp up their light, and by the time that they get on stage, charisma is there. You may see them at home in their jammies, and it's gone, honey. But this is what we would be. We would be a beacon or a lighthouse to our world. So imagine, there you are. You're a lighthouse, sending out light to your harbor, bringing in the safety, illuminating all that you see. But whoa, there you have this handy-dandy box of filters. It's a box of fears and limitations. Now, there's no reason why a lighthouse is going to choose to put out limitations and fears and obscure its light. That's not his job. It's not his destiny any more then it's your destiny to hide your light. So what this means is that you have to have mastery in order to become the light. And that mastery is simply over yourself. That's all that you can be responsible for. But if you and every other light bearer had mastery over themselves, pretty soon you would blanket our town, our state, our planet, and the world would be illumined. That's how important you are. So here you are, the lighthouse, and here you pull out a filter. Oh my goodness, it's worry. So the vibration you're sending out is worry. And what should come into your harbor, honey? The QM worry, the Queen Mothership of worry. It's your signal. So there it is. You've obscured your light and sending out worry, and everybody in your parameter now gets to catch the worry bug. So you put that down, and so there you are, you've gotten rid of that. So now you can be what you were born to be, a light of calm and peace that changes the vibrations of those in your harbor. You are the beacon that changes lives. Okay, so there you are for the light. Oh, then you get frustrated. You just pull out the frustration filter. Frustration. What happens? All the ships running back and forth in your harbor. They don't know where to go. They're lost. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Okay, and then you say to yourself, self, I don't remember any pictures of Jesus or Buddha or any of those guys looking frustrated. They're letting the divine rule their life. Well, I can do that. So you're fine. So now you can be what you're born to be, a light of calm and peace that changes the vibrations in your harbor. You are the beacon that changes lives. Oh, and here we come. You're the light for a minute, but then you see out of the box, bias. That's the killer. Can't get the light out. What is happening in your harbor? You're sending out this, and I know you've seen these people. I am an enlightened being. I only resonate with those that are on my level. I've read the book, Power versus Force. I have a chart here with numbers on it. And I can grade anybody in my harbor, and if they don't meet my level of spirituality, you know what? That's BS. You've already negated yourself. Let me tell you what bias does. It eliminates all the blessings in your life. I'm going to tell you about an incident with my father. And as many of you know, I've taken care of my parents who had different types of dementia, but dementia nevertheless. My dad's was from a stroke. And if you know anything about people with dementia, when they're lucid, they're fine, but when they're in the throes of dementia, they lose balance. They lose a way to ambulate because the body is forgetting these things. So I'm trying to get my dad in the car, and plop. Down he goes on the driveway. I can't lift him. It's like lifting cement. And there I am stuck alone with my dad. And the garbage man is out in the street bringing in the trash. So he very lovingly comes over and he picks up my dad and he puts him in the car. And you can imagine how grateful I was. But what if I did not see God clothed as the garbage man and ignored him? I would have caused suffering from myself instead of recognizing God's blessing. So, okay, we've removed the bias filter, and we're getting along pretty good. So now you can be what you were born to be, a light of calm and peace that changes the vibrations of those in your harbor. You are the beacon that changes lives. Oh my goodness. Here's a good one. Unforgiveness. Where did my light go? So this is what happens in the harbor of your unforgiveness. The ships are deliberately running into each other, causing damage, sinking one another, and there is no hope. The ships are forgetting that everything serves a purpose. They're forgetting that perhaps the antagonist is there in your life out of love at a soul level to help you grow spiritually. So let's remove that filter of unforgiveness. So now you can be what you were born to be, a light of calm and peace that changes the vibrations of those in your harbor. You are the beacon that changes lives. Now, there are many, many types of filters that we use to obscure our vision and our light. But ultimately, as we grow spiritually, we learn that they're just silly filters. They're not even supposed to be in our life. So envision with me that each one of you is consciously sending out light. Each one of the other light bearers throughout the planet are sending light, and pretty soon the whole planet is there illuminated. And we fulfill our destiny. Now is the time to begin healing ourselves and giving off the light of our world by being impeccable in our word, honoring our own unique authenticity. You're perfect like you are, more than perfect, by honoring our unity, our oneness with everyone, and giving others the privileges that we allow ourselves by allowing them to live their mistakes in their learning laboratory. And most of all, by being what we desire more than anything, and that is love. Now, the good news is there is evidence of a world transforming. There's a report called the Shift Report. And what it is a little magazine or a booklet that is a compilation of studies by many futurists and scientists. And it tells about the good news of what's happening on the earth. This is an excerpt from one of the studies. It's called The Evolutionary Context of an Emerging Planetary Civilization. Big fancy title. It tells us we're now entering a period that is beyond the nation state as a privileged unit to the earth community and having a common destiny. Basically, it gives substantive changes throughout the collective actions of ordinary people like you and me, and what we're doing to change things where we are. It's literally happening. It's the 100th monkey theory now being made manifest. Another study talks about the changes in education or the changes in compassionate health care. And we see all around us where science is catching up with us. Who knew? Okay, but what it boils down to is an evidential shift in consciousness supported by scientific studies. Thousands and thousands of studies. So we need to stop focusing on the chaos and start focusing on the results. And stop feeding that bad monkey chaos. We know the truth. The truth is there is evidence of a new earth. We just need to look for it and acknowledge it. So you are a light bearer. You are more powerful than you know. You are a divine child of the living God with all the power that accompanies that. So now, you can be what you were born to be, a light of calm and peace that changes the vibrations in your harbor. You are the beacon that changes the world.